Hello there and good morning. So this energy shortage is being used as a weapon against the UK. As per usual, please like, subscribe and comment below. And when subscribing, please do press that little bell, but also select the all option, or you won't get any notifications when I publish a new video. The UK Defence Secretary Ben Wallace said last night that some international players are engaged in unconventional threats over energy supplies. And the Biden administration has warned that Russia is using the supply of gas as a tool of coercion against Europe. But it was Biden, of course, that gave the green light to Russia and Germany to get the Nord Stream 2 pipeline operational, wasn't it? Thus actively helping hand those keys of power over to Putin. And once the EU puts the final tick in the final box, then the gas could start flowing from Russia to Germany and Putin's power coup will be complete. And Germany will hold the EU gas power trump cards. But the UK normally gets the vast majority of its own gas from places like the North Sea, Norway and from the Middle East in the form of liquefied natural gas or LNG brought across by sea. And in 2020 about 12% of our gas came from the Middle East. The problem today is that there is a shortage of gas due, we're told, to the world's economy coming out of its pandemic response hibernation far faster than anticipated. And one of the outcomes is that countries like China have been buying up gas at all costs, and Putin is using the shortage to put pressure on the EU to sign the final Nord Stream 2 paperwork before he lets the extra gas flow. All this has diverted LNG away from the UK, you know, that 12%, causing a spike in gas prices. Then there's the gas reserve facility for the Rough field that has been recently shut down by the UK government, leaving us nastily exposed to energy shortages. As well as the recent rather benign weather that has kept the wind turbines from turning, so forcing the UK to use much more gas than normal. And we're trying to decommission the last of the coal-fired power plants. And another driver behind the spike in gas prices, that is not often mentioned by the way the European gas pricing structure has changed. And according to Bruegel.org, this makes the European gas market more flexible, but exposes Europe to strong international market fluctuations. I.e., expect more gas price spikes. Just what we need when the market is in turmoil anyway. Total result is gas prices are in a huge surge, increasing at least fourfold in the UK. Hence the pressure on government to lift the cost caps for households, so wholesalers can pass that cost on before they go bankrupt. But UK manufacturers rely on gas to make stuff, and there are reports that they may temporarily shut down even the loo roll producers, with the obvious result of panic buying, etc. So where's the green energy to replace this gas we've been priced out of using? Well, you tell me. But we do hear that the government is on the case. According to the Times, ministers will be pressing ahead with their carbon pricing schemes that will drive gas prices up even higher. Coherent government in action. And then you look back at the Boris Johnson party conference speech. But before I get to that, I just want to say a massive thank you to all my Super Thanks, Patreon and PayPal supporters, as well as those that do buy a mug with my mug on it. Links in the descriptions box below. You really do help me keep this channel going. Every day that you read about this gas price sort of stuff, it makes Boris Johnson's recent party conference speech sound ever more vacuous. Remember it? All that optimism the Tory party faithful cheered about? Unless Boris gets this gas problem sorted out, toot sweet, Many of us will be having a very green Christmas, driven by the now green family Johnson, mainly led by the wife and father, it seems. I say green because there'll be little consumption, no travelling, no fossil fuel usage, and mainly no cheer. And as it gets colder, we'll go from a green Christmas to a blue winter as we freeze. Now hopefully I overstate the doom and gloom. But what gets me is that we're now saying that everyone with energy is weaponising it against us in the UK. That's like spending your month's food money on a top-notch holiday, then claiming the supermarkets are weaponising food against you because you can't afford to eat it when you get back home. We've bet the UK house on green energy. We've put all our money and resources into green energy. We've put all our tax burden on fossil fuels and are imposing carbon taxes on everyone. And we've stripped away any chance of using reserves of gas, etc. And worse, the nation is sat on untold supplies of our own natural gas, mammoth amounts of it. But we won't use it. We could, but we won't. As a nation, we have made our choice through successive elections to not use our own natural resources. We have made the collective decision to have to sit through a winter wondering if we're going to have to choose between eating, heating, or powering our PlayStations, and blaming other nations for our own decisions. But worry not, fellow plebs. Airport space is being cleared at Farnborough and Biggin Hill, ready for all the great and good to fly into the UK in their plush private gas-guzzling jets for the COP26 climate summit in Glasgow. And while sat there for the first 2 weeks of November, they will doubtless be forging new plans to crack down on our travelling and heating. And many of these extremely busy and important people will no doubt have to be constantly flying in and flying out to meet other important people around the world. After all, people like this cannot be expected to sit in one place for more than a couple of days, let alone 2 weeks. And remember that our COP26 Minister Alok Sharma has been busy travelling the world by jet, with 30 trips this year up until August, with 6 of them to countries on the red list, and no self-isolation. Seems that energy is being weaponised against some of us, doesn't it? And funnily enough, it's those at the bottom, again. You'd think there were some people at the top around the globe intent on ensuring the planet was saved on the back and shoulders of the expendables while leaving their lifestyles totally intact. But that is, of course, just so much rubbish. You only have to look at the caring way these people travel the world on our behalf, enjoying the best of everything, to see that they do care about us, don't you? But I digress. Back to the weaponisation of energy. We in the UK have done this to ourselves. We vote in the politicians that do this. We vote in the politicians that talk to regulators and experts, normally just a chosen select few. We vote in politicians with vested interests and friends, if you get my drift. And we then leave them to it and hope for the best. Now in reality, I'm sure we'll muddle through somehow, and Christmas will happen, and there will be food on the table and presents aplenty. But I think we'll come out of winter facing permanently higher energy prices. But rest assured that if there is an ironic power shortage in the first 2 weeks of November, the lights would go out in every home, every school and every hospital before the great and good at COP26 are affected. So what's your opinion on UK gas supplies? Please like and comment below.